This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Good morning, my Real News Media TV family. Thank you so much for tuning in this morning, and I'm wishing for everyone a wonderful and a productive day. And in the news this morning for October 14, 2023, 21-year-old Kingston man charged for murder of GC Foster College VP Gibbs Williams. The police have charged 21-year-old Jerome Hills from Kingston with the murder of Gibbs Williams, the beloved cricket manager and the vice principal of GC Foster College of Physical Education and Sport in St. Catherine. Head of the St. Catherine South Police Senior Superintendent Christopher Phillips gave the update on Friday afternoon. Hills, who is from 15 Duff Street, Kingston 13, has also been charged with being a participant in a criminal organization and aiding and abetting attempted robbery with aggravation. Phillips says several other persons of interest are being pursued in the case. This was a cruel and senseless act that took the life of one of Jamaica's outstanding leaders in academics and sports, he said at the media briefing at the Greater Portmore Police Station. Phillips says 4 police divisions have been involved in the investigations. Hours after the incident, Phillips said robbery was ruled out as a motive. Gibbs, who was also the manager of the West Indies under-19 cricket team, was shot dead at the privately run Portmore Hospital complex. He was on his way back to his vehicle when he was attacked and shot in the chest. Man freed of murder after brother testifies against him. Notwithstanding the riveting testimony against him by his brother in a 3-week-long trial in the St. Thomas Circuit Court, a man was freed by a jury on Friday. In the trial, 37-year-old mechanic Desmond Williams of a Kingston address was found not guilty of murder, illegal possession of a firearm, and wounding with intent. After deliberating for 2 hours, the jury returned a unanimous verdict of not guilty on all charges. They also returned a unanimous verdict of not guilty on manslaughter, which was left to them by the trial judge, Justice Courtney Day, to consider. The accused, who was represented by Casey Peter Champagny and Patrice Bailey, told the jury in an unsworn statement that the shooting death of his stepbrother Ferron Bailey was an accident. The prosecution led evidence that on April 6, 2019, while at a 9-night for his grandmother, Williams took a firearm from one of his relatives who had brandished it during an argument. The prosecution contended that Williams then used the firearm to shoot and kill the now deceased, wounding another person in the process. In presenting the case, the prosecution relied upon Williams's brother, who told the jury that he had witnessed the act. Upon arrival on the scene by the police, a .45 semi-automatic gun was recovered. The prosecution contended that this was the gun used in the killing. After being arrested, Williams told the police that he had attempted to take the gun away from the relative, and in the process, the gun accidentally went off. NWC President Mark Barnett sent on administrative leave. Embattled President of the National Water Commission, Mark Barnett, has been sent home on administrative leave. The news was informed that the decision was made yesterday following a meeting of the Board of Directors of the NWC. There have been mounting calls for Mr. Barnett to resign following a damning report by the Integrity Commission tabled in Parliament on Tuesday. The Integrity Commission report revealed that Mr. Barnett and his wife breached the building, planning and environmental permits for their housing development located at 11 Charlemont Drive, Kingston 6. The Integrity Commission has called into question Mr. Barnett's moral authority to lead the National Water Commission following the scathing report. The report also revealed that Mr. Barnett is disputing a bill of approximately $900,000 that he allegedly owes for sewage and water supply to his upscale apartment complex in St. Andrew. The 5 unions representing NWC employees had recently written to Prime Minister Andrew Holness to fire Mr. Barnett, claiming that the staff had lost their confidence in his leadership of the utility company. Clarendon mother grief-stricken after 5-year-old son killed in hit and run. "Oh God, I can't bear it," wailed Shemoy Kirkland as she sought to recount the moments leading up to her 5-year-old son's tragic and untimely demise following a hit and run in Bunkers Hill, Frankfield, Clarendon on Wednesday. The child has been identified as Damaris Davy, a student at Bunkers Hill Primary in Frankfield in the parish. The driver is reportedly on the run. Reports from the Frankfield police are that about 3:17 p.m., Davy was walking along the roadway with his mother when the driver of a white Toyota Probox motorcar lost the control of the vehicle and hit him. He was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. The boy's mother was a picture of grief and despair as she spoke of the deadly evening stroll back from a friend's house. "I was walking with my baby and the car come speeding and bounce him down. My baby stop on a time shoes lace. Then him walk across the road and the driver lift up my baby pon the car bonnet and broke my baby neck," said Kirkland as she wept uncontrollably. "My baby neck broke. My baby neck broke. My baby damaged. The man mash up my baby and left me for mad," cried Kirkland. According to the mother, after realizing her child was hit, she became enraged and sought to confront the driver, whom she claims is known in the community. "I was trying to take the driver out of the car, and him say, 'No make him have to damage me,'" she said. Up to October 12, some 317 people were killed in road crashes across the island. A child within the 5 to 9 age group was among the fatalities. 4 children within said age group were among fatalities for the corresponding period last year. Up to October 12, there were a total of 21 road fatalities in Clarendon. Prosecution says Leota flew from U.S. to Jamaica with intention to kill. Leota Bradshaw, the U.S. Navy petty officer, to be tried for capital murder in the deaths of the 10-month-old daughter of veteran politician Philip Polwell and the child's mother, one day after learning of the existence of the child, hopped on a plane destined for Jamaica with the sole purpose of killing Tashana Patterson and the young child, fathered by the man she considers her spouse, prosecutors stated in court on Friday. According to prosecutors, who outlined the allegations during a mention hearing at the Supreme Court in downtown Kingston, the fact that the 27-year-old businesswoman had blocked Bradshaw from her social media account did not stop her from traveling here and conspiring with her cousin and co-accused Roland Balford to contract men to kidnap and murder the two. She learned of the existence of young Polwell on Wednesday, the 5th of September 2023. Having learned of the existence of this child, she contacted Patterson on Facebook and informed her that she was the wife of Mr. Polwell, and further that she learned of the existence of the young offspring of Mr. Polwell. Mr. Bradshaw advised Ms. Patterson that a DNA test should be done to determine the paternity of the child. After this brief exchange, the now deceased blocked the accused from her account that very day, a senior prosecutor told the court on Friday afternoon. The accused, who is domiciled overseas, traveled to Jamaica the very next day, September 6, 2023. The allegations are that she traveled to Jamaica for the sole purpose of killing Tashana Patterson and the young child she shared with her spouse. The Crown's allegations are that the accused, through her cousin and the co-accused Roland Balford, contracted men to kidnap and murder Patterson and Soroya, she said further. Bradshaw, who also has a child fathered by Polwell and Balford, a 30-year-old assistant graphic designer of a Kingston address, appeared in the Home Circuit Court Friday by way of a voluntary bill of indictment. According to prosecutors, Bradshaw met with men to include Roshane Miller and Richard Brown, both of whom have been slapped with several charges, to arrange for the kidnappings and the murders. The original plan was to kidnap Patterson and the baby from their home. Bradshaw paid the men the equivalent of Jamaican $100,000 in United States currency as a down payment for the execution of the crime. The remainder of the funds, $400,000, was to be paid after the completion of the deal. In preparation to execute their contract, the men, the court was told, went to the Gilmore Drive address in St. Andrew, where Patterson lived, during the night of Wednesday, September 6, 2023, to scope out the area. They also went to the home where Bradshaw was staying in Stony Hill, St. Andrew. A further meeting was held on Thursday, September 7, 2023, to discuss the execution of the plan, the court heard. Prosecutors said that on Saturday, September 9, Bradshaw placed several calls and conversed with Patterson with a view to lure her away from her premises. She afterwards arrived at the Patterson's home at approximately 7 a.m. that fateful day. Evidentiary material shows a Patterson exiting her premises and entering an SUV parked at her gate along with her baby. Evidentiary material shows that she remained in this vehicle for over 15 minutes. The vehicle then drove off and left the area approximately 7:22 a.m. Patterson and the Soroya never exited the vehicle prior to its leaving, the prosecutor told the presiding Supreme Court judge, Justice Simone Wolf-Rees. The Crown's case is that Bradshaw took Patterson to Stony Hill in the vicinity of the home where she, Bradshaw, was staying. At this location, the accused handed over Patterson and her young child to Richard Brown and other persons who are yet to be apprehended. After this, Patterson and her young child were taken to Waurika Hills, where they were shot and killed, and their bodies burned, the court was told. Friday, a wave-like Bradshaw, clad in a quaint ivory and a lilac button-down Crafton-type garment and the furry gray bed slippers, drifted into the courtroom with all the awareness of a child, long hair trailing over one shoulder, a pink and white mask over her lower face, and a white mask almost like a blindfold across her upper face, which she removed upon entering the room. Throughout the statement by the prosecution, she sat with her head bowed and eyes closed, changing her posture only when it ended to deliver piercing looks. Her co-accused and cousin Roland Bradford, clad in a white t-shirt and jeans, appeared unbothered, his round face seemingly lit by the semblance of a smile that never quite emerged. On standing to be addressed by Justice Wolf-Rees, who outlined that they were both to be fingerprinted and remanded until a further hearing scheduled for December 1, Bradshaw, breathing deeply, looked towards her attorneys, blinking rapidly. Bradshaw, the police indicated on Friday during a press briefing held moments before the court sat, has been charged with 2 counts of conspiracy to kidnap, 2 counts of conspiracy to murder, 2 counts of kidnapping, and 2 counts of capital murder. The capital murder counts are based on the allegations of a contract for hire arrangement wherein she is alleged to have paid the persons to conduct the kidnappings and the murders, contrary to Section 21 EI of the Offences Against the Person Act. Balford has been charged with 2 counts of accessory before the fact to kidnapping and 2 counts accessory before the fact to murder. In the meantime, the other 2 men are to appear before the court later this month in relation to the counts against them. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.